Indochino. The first thing I ever heard about the company was that Steve Nash was a spokesperson. And then I saw a very cool photo of him playing basketball with the suit on. Well, sort of playing basketball, not really, you know what I mean? Then I found out that they were custom suits, all made to measure without going to a store. I like that. Being a fellow basketball head, my man Sets ordered a suit from them and he loved it. I'd been thinking about getting something from them forever, so when they came on board with No Dunks, I got right to measuring the bod using their platform. It was easy. They were ahead of the game when it came to made to measure from home. I did get my wife to help me though, and it was probably the last time we touched, come to think about it. Anyway, everything is customizable and at surprisingly affordable prices. My light blue shirt and olive pants fit very well, I must say. Get a wardrobe personalized to your style and taste without spending a fortune. Give yourself a style edit that sets the tone for the rest of the year with Indochino. Get $50 off any purchase of $3.99 or more by using promo code NODUNKS at Indochino.com. That's $50 off a purchase of $3.99 or more at INDOCHINO.com, promo code NODUNKS.
Welcome to the No Dunks podcast series Squad, the show where we draft teams like we're the general managers. The only catch, the very specific draft pool we're working with. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the war room with Tass, with Trey, with super producer JD, and joining us thanks to the power of technology, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis. What's up, Lee?
Hey guys, here I am at IOC headquarters, so really looking forward to this squad today.
How you holding up, Lee?
We're doing okay overall. Yeah, boys are back in school, so hopefully I'll be back in the studio. I expect to be back there with you guys very, very soon.
Okay, great. Well, believe it or not, the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics starts in basically 1 week.
Ow. Really?
What? I know. It sounds fake to me, but today's squad is all about creating the best Winter Olympics. All right? What do I mean by that? Well, let me take you through the 5 categories, guys. The first one, we'll be drafting a host city for our Winter Olympics. Now, there was some debate offline. Does it have to be a city that's never hosted an Olympics before, or can it be a repeat city? We ultimately decided on, it's okay if you want to go with a city that's either hosted the Winter Olympics or hell, even the Summer Olympics, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Getting it hot and her.
In the second round, we're going to be drafting an opening ceremony performer or performance. Now, I figured most of us would probably pick a musical artist or act, but I want you to get creative as you want. So, maybe the performance part is even like how you're lighting that cauldron, how you're doing the torch. I just want you to really paint the picture of your opening ceremony, be it the artist or whatever happens. Okay?
Right, and they're usually 3 to 4 hours long, so we might be here for a while.
It's going to take a while. Okay, in the third round, we're going to be drafting what I'm calling our Marquee Olympic event. And what does that mean? Well, it's just a sneaky way to find out what your favorite Winter Olympic sport is. But I'm also picturing like the Marquee event as sort of like how you would elect to close your games. Right? Like this is the number one Winter Olympic sport to you, and this is like where all eyes will be on. Okay?
Is there a current one?
Hockey,
is there a current last thing?
I know hockey in 2010 in Vancouver was like the final thing, the gold medal game. Right. And Lee, you love the Olympics.
Yeah.
Is it always hockey when it comes to the Winter Olympics?
I mean, I'm not quite as up to speed on the Winter Games because I feel as well that they have changed so many events over the years too. So I'm not exactly sure what the marquee sort of closeout event is.
Right.
But
it's up to us.
It makes sense in a hockey city, in a hockey country to close out with hockey with the gold medal there for Canada.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, as they definitely don't speak up in Vancouver.
That's right.
But the point of the Marquee Winter Olympic event is it has to be a real event. Okay.
Right.
Because in the fourth round, we'll be drafting, really creating, I guess, a new Olympic event. So, it could be a real sport. that is not currently in the Winter Olympics that you want to make a case for that should be included,
Yeah.
like darts or something like that.
I
Yeah,
like that.
tag or something, But maybe you want to get really creative and just make up your own damn sport and unveil it to the world. So again, get creative as you want, and that could take hours if you're gonna like explain the rules of your new game. But I can't wait. And finally, in our 5th and final round, we're gonna draft a mascot for our Winter Olympic Games. Every Olympics has a mascot, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. But here's the catch with us: it has to be an actual NBA mascot. Okay. That's the little basketball twist we're adding to this episode of Squad.
Nice.
So a real NBA mascot will be your mascot for your Winter Olympics, okay? Any questions about the 5 categories?
I'm making some changes now.
Oh boy. Wow.
I got to do a quick update here. I didn't know I had to have my entire opening ceremony planned.
Yeah.
I got a person picked up, but
No, you don't have to do that. I'm saying you can if you want. JD and Lee, you guys are good?
Yeah.
Everybody understands
yeah.
the rules? Okay. Okay. So the draft will be held via No Dunks rules, which means each and every one of us gets a crack at the number 1 pick in one of the 5 rounds. I implore you, I beg you to draft like your life depends on it. We got to debate each other's selections, obviously ask questions, and it's happened before. Feel free to offer up trades. If there's like a category that you really, really want, and you want a higher pick, throw a trade offer out. It's been a while since we've done a squad episode. JD said it's like 2020 Halloween.
I believe so.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is this the time to cash in on a... because, Skates, you owe me a number 1.
Oh my God! What? I do?
You do, yeah.
From the Halloween episode.
From the Halloween draft, you traded away you wanted the number 1 pick. I think it was for costume, maybe. And you said whatever we traded, and then you said plus a future first round
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's up to you whether you are.
Yeah, I'm going to cash it in because, to be honest, I completely forgot about it. And then I was like, wait a minute. And I don't want to hold, it's burning a hole in my pocket. So
Okay.
you have first pick in new Olympic event.
Yeah, I guess.
So-
you'll just
and I
be
have a
taking
last
it.
pick.
So really, I will not have a first pick in any of these today.
You will not,
Okay, that's fair.
unfortunately.
Wow.
But that you wanted costume or whatever category it was back in 2020.
Very
so.
important that I got something I can't even remember. So.
No, it was worth it for sure.
I think I won the Halloween squad episode. You're right. Because that is an important part here. The listeners, the people that are watching on YouTube, the No Dunks fans, you guys are ultimately going to decide which one of us has drafted the best Winter Olympic squad. Of course, we ask you for your answers as well. Drop them in the YouTube comments or tweet them in at No Dunks Inc. Okay, earlier this week, we determined the draft order. And Lily, you have won the right to pick first in the host city category.
Well, guys, anytime we do these things and a city is involved, my default is always to go with the world's most livable city and my hometown of Melbourne. And the thing is, it's actually a surprisingly good city to host the Winter Olympics because people who have visited Melbourne in winter are always shocked at just how cold it gets, Skeetsy. I think you've even said that before. And an ex-girlfriend of my brother who was from Sweden, she thought it got colder in Melbourne, specifically in Sunbury, my hometown, than it got in Stockholm in winter. She thought it was colder in Sunbury.
Well, she
than in
is
Stockholm.
an insane person. That is not the case.
Yeah.
Well, and listen, it even snowed once in Sunbury back in 1986. Everyone remembers it. It was like a sort of, where were you when moment, right? And people were building those just slushy, ugly, snowmen for days after, just throwing mud basically just to hang on to that moment, right? And listen, there's some great ski mountains in Victoria as well. The only place in the world I've actually been skiing is in Victoria, in the state of Victoria there. But I'm not going with Melbourne because even for me, you know what? It's a bit too easy. It's kind of boring, really, isn't it? I mean, let's have some fun here. So listen, I've got the globe.
Oh. Leah's spinning well, I was gonna say tiny, but that's a pretty
I
regular
think he
size
really
ball.
is at the IOC. He's got a globe and a world map.
Yeah, I am. So, listen, I decided that I'm going to go with one of the most glorious cities on earth. It's so beautiful. I would say it's easily in my top 3 or 4 cities for places I've been, for scenery, for colors, for people. It's everything.
Yep.
So, with the first pick in the Winter Olympics squad draft, my host city will be the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh. And listen, the great thing about Edinburgh is it can actually host the Winter Olympics at any time of the year. Yeah, great joke there. But what I'm getting at is even in the summer months, look, it gets a little bit cloudy. You can have some tracking days, but you can also have it can be pissing down with rain in the middle of July and it's like 6 degrees and you're like, come on, this is summer. What's going on? But anyway, listen, it's an amazing city. It's quite hilly, which is really good for Winter Olympics. And it's got a beautiful castle there. Edinburgh Castle looks out over the city. So scenically, it is just fantastic. So I'm going with Scotland. I'm going with Edinburgh as my host city of the 2026 Olympic Games.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's already been delegated to another country and city. But okay, so Edinburgh, excuse me. How do you say it?
Yeah,
Edinburgh. Yeah, that's right. All right. Trey, you're up next in the host city category.
Can't believe Melbourne is still on the board.
Wow.
Crazy.
I mean, it snowed there literally once.
Perfect place for the Winter Olympics.
The perfect place for the Winter Olympics. But like Lee, I was thinking I got to be a homer here too.
Right.
We're keeping the Olympics in the United States.
Nice.
Wow.
Not Chicago. We're going to Denver, Colorado.
Whoa. Let's hit the mountains.
A lot of mountains there.
Yep.
You think hills are good for a Winter Olympics? Try mountains. Also, it's only like 8 hours to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I think that's fairly close, you know. I feel like during the Vancouver Olympics, they were in Whistler, right? And that was a little bit away for some of the ski stuff. The Denver airport is the biggest international airport in the United States. Not a lot of population density. They've got some stadiums there. Sign me up for Denver.
Okay. Wow.
Still good for social distancing, I guess, as well. Denver, probably, if we're still amidst the COVID pandemic.
Well, Lee has the 2026 Olympics.
Yeah,
Mine is 2030 at the earliest.
Let's hope
it's a
not.
possibility.
Let's hope not.
Yep.
The States probably have held the most Winter Olympics, or at least combined Olympics.
4.
Yeah.
I think it's
2002
4
was their
that-
last one.
Right. Salt Lake City. They've had Lake Placid. I don't know where else. Okay. I like that. Denver pick. I didn't even think about that. All right. So let's go to our third pick in this category. JD.
Yeah, so I actually had Denver on my list. Apparently they withdrew in 1976, is that right? Yeah. Okay. So they were in the running for the Winter Olympics?
Well, 76 was summer.
Was Montreal, right?
Montreal, but they used to have them in the same.
Yeah, that's right.
They used to be the same year.
Yeah. So I'm going to go a homer pick. I got a bunch on my list here. I got Dawson City, Yukon. Terrible idea. Terrible.
Right.
I have Anchorage, Alaska. I want somewhere with a lot of snow. Yep. I got Stockholm on the list.
Yep.
Who hosted the Summer Olympics in 1912? Summer Olympics, Stockholm. Crazy. But, I was talking to Rachel and she was like, Halifax, baby. Halifax.
I knew you were going to the East Coast.
Halifax, baby.
I did.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not? It's a beautiful city. It's a nice little town. It's there's skiing there. I think there's 5 ski resorts. And Halifax deserves it. Halifax, the sort of the forgotten child of Canada, people are always like,
Macaulay
Montreal.
Culkin of
the
Canada.
Kieran Culkin, if you will. Now, Kieran's probably
Rory.
up there now.
I think it's gotta be
the
Rory.
The Rory of Canada. We got Vancouver. You got Montreal, even Calgary, but Halifax, beautiful. East Coast. The people are wonderful. It would do great things for the city. So give me Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Wonderful pick.
Excellent. I guess I am up next with the 4th pick here in the host city. I thought about, keeping it local, either in the States or Canada, but you guys have made those selections. I guess maybe we should have added that rule. Once one of the cities is gone from that country, you can no longer take that country. Who cares? I'm going back to somewhere where they've hosted the Olympics twice before, but it's been a long time, in 1928 and 1948. You ever heard of a place called St. Moritz?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Sure.
A luxury alpine resort town in Switzerland.
Yeah.
It's very small, but it's picturesque. I haven't been there in a long time. You've got the slopes. You know, you're in the Alps, basically. And I just thought it looked beautiful, and I want to go somewhere in Europe. So I'm going back there to a place that none of us has ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it does look nice when you look at the photos. Like, ooh. But it's really, really small. And you're like, man, could they manage it in today's Olympic climate?
Think they can.
Yeah, as long as you got the hotel rooms, right?
Yeah, and you can just bounce around cities. They're doing it in Italy in 2026.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they've
Doesn't
got...
all have to be right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm going to Switzerland.
Is it near the Matterhorn? Where's the Matterhorn at?
Sure.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes,
All right.
because it's not. You're right. Yeah, it has to be.
Switzerland.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
St. Moritz, is that what it's
I don't
called?
know if I'm even saying it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah, Lee.
that's right.
All right, good.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Lee, have you?
That's a
you've
good
been,
one.
You've been everywhere. Have you been to Switzerland?
No, that's I actually survived Switzerland. I haven't gotten out of the airport, but I'm glad I went to Switzerland. But that's where the plane nearly crashed. Remember, I was coming down Lake Geneva.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so you've technically been in Switzerland, but you never left the airport.
That's right. That's right. But I made it in and I made it out. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Tess, take us home here in our first category, host city.
So we've got St. Moritz, we've got Edinburgh, we've got Halifax, and we've got Denver. I'll take the
Those are good
best.
picks.
I'll take the best city of them all.
Okay.
And it's a homerish pick for me as well. We're going to Athens, Greece. Why
Whoa,
not?
whoa, winter.
Yes, a winter
Winter.
Olympics. Sure. We just had a snow-nado in Athens, Greece. Now,
yeah,
do they have enough snow? Absolutely not. But that's what they're doing in Beijing this year.
Yeah, you're right.
They built some pipelines, snow coming from everywhere.
It's like average 4 centimeters a year in Beijing.
They don't have snow in Beijing,
Yeah.
but they're manufacturing snow these days, and we can do that in Athens. We'll find some mountains. We'll get out there. There's enough mountains in the surrounding area. And there's some pre-existing facilities, obviously.
Aren't you
we're just
concerned
there.
about Athens, though, after what happened after the Summer Olympics?
The Winter Olympics
sort
are
of-
like 1/18th the size of
Sure,
the Summer Olympics.
sure.
And I think with your guys' picks, St. Moritz,
Beautiful.
the Rory Culkin, the Halifax, the Kieran Culkin. Rory's making a comeback. Rory's got a show on Apple TV, I think, that's come out. I think Macaulay's probably the bottom of the Culkins right now,
Wow.
as in what he's doing currently. Visibility.
Current
Sitting on a pile of Home Alone money.
Well, that's why I said
much? How
Macaulay,
much?
because you said it's the forgotten child of
Right.
Canada. So Home
Yeah.
Alone, Macaulay Culkin. That's
Yeah,
what I
you're
was
right.
thinking. Yeah.
Anyways, I think the Greeks, no disrespect to Edinburgh, Denver, and St. Moritz and Halifax, the Greeks will have the best time, the dancing, the celebrating, the fact that it's warm out. Let's have a good time.
That's the problem with your pick here.
Yeah, I'm changing my Puerto Vallarta. That's where I want the Winter Olympics.
Listen, it's cold enough. It is cold enough. It's not. It's a little warmer than Beijing, and Beijing is cold enough. So I think we can stretch it again. They're doing it in Italy. We can do it in Greece as well.
They're having like record snow in Athens, I think, right now.
They've had some. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
By the time that these happen, you guys have taken 2026, 2030. If I have it in 2034, who knows what the temperatures will be like? So I think the Greeks will have a good time.
I'm trying to find out if Greece has ever won a winter
Olympic?
medal.
That's a good question.
I'm assuming they have, though I am not. I'm seeing a bunch of zeros here in the medal count for Winter Games.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In fact, I don't think they have. Well, that's just a reason to have it there, I guess.
you got to win one. They always give the host country
They
one.
always give them one. Thanks for spending the $100 trillion. Here's a silver medal. Thank you. All right. Good cities. Good start here to this episode of Squad.
I've been a fan of Stan socks since way back in the day. I used to rock them when they first released their NBA theme socks years ago. I loved them then, and I love them now still. In fact, I have all of those pairs still because they are so comfortable, even though they've been through the wash a million times. I've got like Larry Bird's iconic three-point shootout from Chicago in '88. I think I've got a pair even of Shaq and Penny on the Magic together. I will never get rid of them. And The best part is Stance now has new products which include sweatpants, joggers, hoodies, and more. The best part about that? All of their clothing has stayed true to Stance's unique quality, so if you've enjoyed the comfort and creativity of Stance in the past like I have, then you're not going to believe what Stance has in store for you now. And even more collaborations, which I just love. Check out some of these. Star Wars, Bob Marley, The Goonies, Guns N' Roses, Biggie, Slayer. I mean, there really is something for everybody out there. And my connection with Stance started with socks, but I just can't wait to try their sweatpants because I know they will fit perfectly, they'll be nice and comfortable and cozy. Stance's philosophy is that you should never have to sacrifice your own individual style for the sake of comfort. And now you don't have to. Whether you're relaxing around the house, working out at the gym, or running all over town, Stance delivers its signature softness and creativity in a full line of active apparel styles from toe to head. Stance has got you covered. Head on over to stance.com and get 15% off your first purchase. Use promo code NODUNKS at checkout to apply. Enjoy the colour and comfort of a life less ordinary with Stance. Stitched different.
Are you guys planning to buy a car? I know you're not because you recently got one. Are you planning to buy a car in 2022? You might be.
I wouldn't say I'm planning to buy a car in 2022, but it's a possibility.
Okay, that's good.
I'm planning to buy a car by 2024.
Okay, well, here's what you need to know. You need to prepare yourself for a more competitive market and car shopping experience compared to years past. It's already confusing and stressful buying
Yes.
cars, right? Everybody knows that.
Yes.
But in 2022, finding the right car, or 2023 probably, or 2024, finding the right car will be even trickier due to inventory shortages.
Oh.
Edmonds. I'm talking Edmonds. You ever heard of Edmonds? It was new to me.
I mean, I've only heard of Edmonds because we get the same messages.
But you had never heard of it prior to that.
Plays for the Pacers? Is that right?
Yeah, I think there's an Edmund Summer.
I'm talking about Edmonds, guys, because they go the extra mile to make car buying easier by providing shoppers with honest car reviews and video test drives and online shopping tools and the latest consumer advice. Because buying a car is a big deal, which is why using a trusted car shopping site like Edmonds is a must to find a vehicle that suits your needs at a price you can afford. This site, just chock full of helpful filters. Because again, this current car shortage means that some models are harder to find or maybe more expensive than usual. You might want to be a little flexible and consider, other brands, models, or vehicle types, and that's where that filter shines, right? You're checking out different SUVs or different sedans and stuff like that. Edmonds.
A lot of shortages out there.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Car shopping can be overwhelming. Edmonds is here to help. Visit Edmonds.com and click on Edmonds Best Car Rankings to research and compare vehicles. That's EDMUNDS.com. Edmonds. We drive it like it is. Thanks to Edmonds for sponsoring the show. Welcome on board. Way to pull your car up to the classic factory. And we're happy to have you, Edmonds.
I've got the third ad in a break here. That's rough. How am I going to stand out?
My mind's wandering.
Yeah, Well, I really got to bring it, and I want to test the vocal acoustics here in the new studio, so sorry about this. Grammarly.
Grammarly. Grammarly.
You got me writing and revising Grammarly, Grammarly.
Yeah!
Wow.
Well done, everybody. Best third ad in a break ever. Grammarly Premium.
Call it there.
Yeah, you could call it. Look, Grammarly Premium doesn't help my singing, but it helps my writing. When I'm putting some sentences together, I do not want to be thinking about editing, cleaning it up, or changing the tone. Can't have my fragile mind concern itself with anything other than getting the words on the paper, because if I start thinking about something else, like singing, for instance, I'm lost, my brain is gone. Grammarly Premium helps me save time and work more efficiently. Takes care of clarity, word choice, and ensuring I don't repeat myself. It always makes sure I don't repeat myself. You can integrate it in your day-to-day or professional writing wherever you write. Start the year off right with Grammarly. Happy New Year, Grammarly. Our listeners can get 20% off Grammarly Premium at Grammarly.com/NoDunks. That's 20% off at GRAMMARLY.com/NoDunks. no dunks.
Okay. That's where it's going to get insane, I think, quickly. The opening ceremony performer or performance. Trey Kirby has the number 1 pick.
Tough category here. Tough category, and honestly, the Culkins are rising up my list. They weren't on my short list, but they're getting there now. Because do you want to be greedy on this one, you know? Do you want to pick... You want to pick your favorite band, or do you want to pick something that's going to appeal to everybody and
I'm
show
with
the
you,
best?
Trey.
I know it's tough.
Or I would add to that, I mean, this is an Olympics. Generally, in the country you're having it, there is going to be a tie-in to the artist or performance. Stuff
Absolutely.
like that. So it's like, yeah, okay. So where are you going?
Yeah, and like you're competing with every other opening ceremony ever.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try and compete with Beijing Summer Olympics. Nobody's ever going to top that unless Beijing somehow does it again right now.
2022,
but so I'm aiming something a little smaller, London style, a lot of cultural references.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought maybe Pitbull and Flo Rida. That's the NBA style, right? Like, got a big performance, Pitbull and Flo Rida. Why not?
They're available.
They're available. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
They're a Colorado band, would put on a big time celebration. Then there's a lot of great American bands, right? The Talking Heads, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pearl Jam, Santana, Hall & Oates, the Beach Boys.
Shout out to Kevin Love.
But I had to do it for everybody out there. This would not be my number 1 choice of person to head up a ceremony. But I think he is the man to go to for a huge production. Lin-Manuel Miranda is in charge of my opening ceremony.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
I'm not a Hamilton lover.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible production.
Yep.
I do love Moana. We talked about on the podcast recently all of the songs from Encanto.
He did that too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're great. And I mean, even if you're not a huge Hamilton fan, there's a lot of huge Hamilton fans out there. And like the production of it is literally amazing and just such a big spectacle. I think if you're talking about somebody to put on a half-hour performance, there's nobody better in America.
So he's
Miranda.
obviously has his hands all over the production, but
Yeah.
he, in theory, is performing as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will.
He'll put himself in there.
Okay. Wow. What a pick.
Nice.
Didn't see that coming. I love this.
Me neither, man. Honestly, me neither.
Yeah. But hey, you're trying to win this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the Olympics. We're sending our best.
He's going for the gold. He's not playing for silver or bronze. Okay, JD, you have the second pick here. Opening ceremony performer / performance.
Okay, so I approach this in exactly the same way. Popularity contest, like just because it is a worldwide event.
Yeah.
And I just looked up like the top 10 best-selling artists of all time, right?
Okay.
So there are a few on this list that can't do it because they don't have surviving members, like their people are dead in these bands.
Right.
And I just went straight up musical act. Like I didn't think about the torch lighting or any of that stuff.
Right.
That's why you guys are going to lose.
Yeah, you're right.
Just kidding.
You're right. I mean, and I would never pick this, but with the number 2 selling band of all time is the Eagles.
You've lost.
But I'm not picking. I'm not picking.
Just wanted to spread that fact. It's a shocker.
160 million albums they've sold. It's
Welcome to the Winter Olympics.
And they're
Anyway.
playing in Atlanta soon. They're playing in Atlanta soon, JD. You can go down and see them live.
I don't
if you
want to say. I don't love the Eagles. I'm just saying, like, I want to appeal to the most amount of people. So I have to go down to number 8, and I am picking U2. And also, I don't feel good about it, but above them is Maroon 5, and I'm not picking them.
Shirt off,
And then-
Adam Levine.
In between,
In Halifax.
in between that is Queen, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, Maroon 5. So I'm going with U2.
You too.
No, I'm changing it.
Whoa.
I'm going to number 10, the Rolling Stones. 100 million albums. They're popular enough, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, the Stones in Halifax.
The Stones in Halifax.
What year though, JD? When's your Winter Olympics?
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
they're already down one member. They might be down a few more by the time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm not going to live to see mine, I don't think.
Keith will still be alive, though.
Keith will be alive.
He'll be alive for sure.
that's true. Yeah.
Okay, the Stones.
Rolling Stones.
I'm surprised after Trey left Pitbull and Flo Rida on the board. You saw Flo Rida live at an All-Star game and
did.
you admired the performance. That's a pretty international base that they have. But you're going with the old Rolling Stones.
All right.
Well, I also enjoy the Rolling Stones.
Okay,
live.
good.
You didn't think about a Canadian artist. You're in Halifax.
Yeah. Well, who are you going to pick? I guess Sloan.
I mean, yeah.
Jan Arden.
Yeah.
It could go the Biebs, I guess, if you really wanted to
Guess.
get those eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm old. Give me the Stones.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Well, I am gonna try and go with an artist from Switzerland. And I thought I was
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I thought I was like, I made my pick. I liked the idea of having it in St. Moritz, and I was like, well, now I'm screwed because who the heck is going to be an artist from Switzerland that can perform? But I could not believe it. My performer at my Winter Olympics opening ceremony, the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner.
Really?
Born in the States, but has lived in Switzerland the past 2 decades. She's full on Swiss. She can speak German. They love her. They've embraced her. And, I mean, she's one of the best-selling recording artists of all time.
It's got to be up there.
She's got some bangers.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna it's the Olympics, but old people are interested in the opening ceremony,
You're right.
so
Yeah.
they're gonna tune in for her. I was like, wow, thank God. So she is my performer, and then probably maybe more popular even Swiss person in the world, Roger Federer. I'm doing something with the lighting of the cauldron where he has like a snowball instead of a tennis ball. And he hits it, right? Like he hits it either fast or hard enough that he somehow it lights something, like it ignites the cauldron somehow. So just a nice serve from Roger Federer as
don't
Tina
overthink
Turner
it.
sings "Let's Stay Together." What?
Just a flaming tennis ball.
Oh, yeah.
Soaring through the air, just landing.
But I want the winter, so a snowball
Right.
on fire to light. Yeah, nice lob.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you.
I think Tina Turner is older than Mick Jagger, maybe. Is
Yeah,
that
but
possible?
she's living in the
She's 80.
She's lived the last 2 decades in Switzerland. She's doing great. It's such a carefree life.
Is it?
Of course.
Okay.
You didn't even know she lived there.
You're right. I didn't. I had no idea.
Nor did I until I started researching it last night around 11 o'clock. All right, so I got Tina Turner, but Roger Federer also included in igniting the Olympic torch. Tess, where are you going?
Well, interesting. I also went the route of putting together the entire opening ceremony.
Good man.
Now, the worst part about the opening ceremony is that it's very long. There's no way you watch 3 hours.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a sicko for the Olympics. I love it.
So long.
It's long. I think they've tried to get a little bit better at speeding it up.
Okay,
but
well,
The walk-in just takes longer than
Yeah.
you're thinking.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes extremely long. There's 100 countries in the Winter Olympics. It's under 100 that were in Sochi in 2018.
Yeah, fun drinking game though. By the way, when they bring the teams in, they usually will show like team Barbados or whatever, and then if you're watching with people, try and guess how many athletes they have, how many like representatives they have at the Olympics, and see if you can come the closest to it.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's really fun. Sorry.
It's different with the Winter Olympics, right?
Yeah, it's not as fun.
No, it's not as fun. Really, it's half the countries. There's like
Yeah,
200
yeah.
go to the Summer Olympics, and
Not
there
as
are
big
92.
a teams either because there's not as many.
There's
events.
not as many events.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is going to get super weird. But what's going to happen here is Matt Austin
is going to perform Meatloaf's Bad Out of Hell.
Wow.
Okay? And that's going to be the entertainment. It's an 8-minute song. It's an 8-minute song, but we're going to round it up to 10 minutes because no one's going to notice that there's an extra 2 minutes in there. We just want a round number. So for 10 minutes, all the countries have to enter during these 10 minutes or they're disqualified.
I like it.
Scream into the stadium.
Yeah, I think they can run in. They're athletes. I think they'll be fine. Again, this is the Winter Olympics. They're smaller teams. Instead of a flag bearer, each country will have a torchbearer, a small torch that flag bearer is bringing in. So again, you got 10 minutes to get in. All you have to do is get to the center of the arena, center of the stadium. Each torchbearer will encircle the cauldron and throw in their torch.
While Matt is singing.
Yeah. So it's fewer than 100 countries. What we miss out on is, the rich history of each of the host country's culture, of the Greek culture, but in my case, the Greek culture will be missing out, but we've seen this before, so we're okay. Yes, 10 minutes. I think that this will be the most memorable opening ceremony in the history of the Olympics.
That's probably true.
We've seen Matt Austin perform Bad Out of Hell, and it's a heck of a performance.
Yeah, it
so he's just going to have to get a new version extended 10 minutes.
I love that part of it.
Yeah, which part of the song are you like extending?
The part that everybody knows. You just have to sing it twice over.
Yeah, that part, of course.
Na 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 na. You sing that for an extra 2 minutes. Anyways, okay. If it has to be 8 minutes, if we can't if we can't figure that part out, it'll be 8 minutes. Again, they're athletes; they'll get into the arena quick enough.
Okay. Wow.
Weird one,
Yep, for sure. Lee, can you outdo that, man?
Well, I think so because I've got 3 different performers, and I'm hoping to attract the younger crowd, the older crowd, and then just party with a bang on the opening ceremony night. Okay, now the first musical instrument I associate with Scotland is the bagpipes. Of course. I think it's a beautiful instrument. So we're going to start off with the marching band.
Do you really? A beautiful instrument.
Yeah. It sounds beautiful. It's very ceremonial anyway. I like that part.
Right? You're right about that.
That's an adjective I would use.
Right? Yes. So then we have Lita Ford, the rock chick from the 70s and 80s. She comes out playing.
Lita Ford.
This is Lee trying to please everybody. Lita Ford, everybody.
Yeah, she comes out playing guitar. Everyone's getting excited, right? That transitions into modern day rock, or not rock chick, but pop chick. Dua Lipa. You talk about highest selling songs. She had the highest selling single last year in all of the United States with Levitating. She's great. She's also British born. She was born in London, so there's the connection there. And then one of the other highest selling singles last year was the duet she did with Elton John, another British born legend.
Oh, God.
And he ends the night. So it transitions from, starts in Scotland, we get some rock going, we get into Dua Lipa, and then we close out with Elton because he's the greatest performer. So that's it. I didn't really go into the sort of lighting of the flame and all that stuff. I was more just like, you want entertainment, you're getting a rock. You're going to have some fun. And it's going to be directed by Jonas Ackerlund, who's the guy behind multiple famous music videos. He,
obviously.
Bit of a rocker himself in his day, but he transitioned into sort of behind the camera stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, actually. I think it's going to be a great night. I can't wait.
All right, what's the song that Elton and Lipa are ending with?
Well, that's
Lipa and Lita.
Wait, who did he say?
Dua Lipa, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Lipa.
But she's a two-name Lipa.
It's Lita, Lipa, and
Lita Ford did Ozzy Osbourne's. She did the great duet with Ozzy Osbourne. She also has done a great duet with Ace Frehley. Go and check that out. They did a cover of Jumpin' Jack Flash. I sound like Molly Meldrum right now. Do yourself a favor. Go out and have a listen to this album. It's great. I'm closing. Dua Lipa's going to do her stuff. Then she's going to transition to the song she did with Elton. Although it's they could probably jazz it up a little bit for the Olympics and do like I'm Still Standing or something like that to get the crowd hyped up toward the end. So
I'm still sledding. I'm still sledding.
Oh,
there you go.
The bobsled team out there. All right. Wow. Does that wrap up that category? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Fascinating. Okay. Let's move to the Marquee Winter Olympic event. Again, in theory, this is what you are closing your games with really it's your favorite Winter Olympic event. JD, you have the first pick.
Yeah, so for my money, or in my experience, I should say, the one thing that the Winter Olympics is missing is suspense and tension. You know what I mean? Like I'll watch bobsledding all day, but there's no drama there. It's just like, whoa, those guys are going really fast, and I wonder what it's like to be the guy in the middle and that kind of thing.
Right.
You know?
If they were racing, it'd be better.
Exactly, if they were all going together. And then the freestyle skiing,
Yep.
The flips and that's fun to watch. And figure skating, I mean, I do like watching them all, but unless it's like a penalty shootout in hockey, there's not a lot of, suspense and tension, except for curling.
Ooh,
Curling,
good pick.
you just get into it. It's one of those low-key, you sit there, and then it's the one Olympic sport that I actually find myself on the edge of my seat, just because it's just such a game of strategy. It's the most interesting thing to watch, really, because if you've never watched curling before, it's just there's sweeping and there's yelling and the rocks move at a snail's pace. But when they get to the target, it's like, oh my God, and just the strategy involved. And so I'm going curling. Curling is my marquee event that we're wrapping the whole games up with. And what do you mean by that?
I love curling. I love curling. Just when you added in that line of wrapping up the entire Olympics, I just don't think of curling.
Yeah,
that's all.
me neither.
The
but
crowd is hyped at a curling event.
Yeah.
Though. They get into it.
There's lots of things you could do. In terms of suspense, you got to get some mics on the floor.
Yeah.
We got to hear the
ice?
strategy on the ice. Yeah, the floor, whatever. I'm using my own personal experience, my own personal Olympics, and it's going to be a floor in Greece. It's going to be really hot. So there's going to be no ice. But anyways, get some mics on them, and I think you could open it up so you could have fans on the floor around the rinks, right?
Right.
Like, get some buzz going.
Right, sort of like basketball courtside.
Yeah.
Just have them just sitting there. Yes.
Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a fun event.
Curling is JD's number one selection. I'm up next here in this category for my marquee event. I thought you were going to take this, JD, and I couldn't believe you didn't, because I do think one event that also has some drama in it, some tension, you're on the edge of your seat, oh my God, what's happening? Is somebody going to crash? Is the short track speed skating.
Yeah, it's great.
I love it. A lot of the time I don't really know what's going on, which I think is
Right.
part of its charm, especially when it gets to the relay portion of the speed skating there, the short track at least, where they're like suddenly like pushing your buddy in the butt and like give him a little go there, and they're always swapping in and out. But just it's quick. People go down. Suddenly you could be in last place and you're winning gold medal because like they're duking it out. I love it. I think it's very entertaining. So I will gladly take short track speed skating at number 2. Lee, I know you're a fan of the
well, that's the first ever Australian gold medal came in the speed skating when the guy who was coming last, the others wiped out, and he just went skating across the line right at the end. He was like this. It was incredible because, well, you can't quite see me, but anyway, arms up like this. And but the funny thing was, an Australian, the very next day, she was like favourite to win her event and become, historical in Australia, like the first ever gold medal at the Winter Olympics. And this guy pipped her by a day when he just came through and cleaned
the
up.
default winner. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the trivia question that she was going to be, because she went on to win gold as well, but unfortunately, she just missed out there. So it is fun though.
First female Winter Olympic gold, I guess. Is that right?
No, I think it was first ever. I think it was first ever Australian.
No, but you're saying the guy pipped her. You're saying.
Yeah, for an Australian gold medal at the Olympics.
Right.
And the funny thing was, I remember 2002 because I was living with my mate Benny from Canada, and Australia at one point had more gold medals than Canada, and it was great. There was a bit of rivalry in the house there because we weren't really expected to do all that well, and Canada got off to a bit of a slow start. They came home at the end, but Australia was on top in the Winter Olympics there for a while.
I believe the South Koreans just dominate the short track speed skating too. I think China's pretty good as well. And then you get some Canadians in there and other countries, but I think that's like South Korea's wheelhouse. They're just good at going fast in circles.
Skate house, please.
Thank you.
Blade house.
Blade
I
house,
believe
thank
is
you.
what it's
Okay,
called.
curling gone. Short track speed skating gone. Tass, you're up next.
A couple great ones off the board. Those were definitely on my list, curling included. Now it gets tougher. The exciting ones are off the board. Let's be honest.
There's lots left.
No, there's maybe long track speed skating, which is also called speed skating. Yeah, short track off the board. But I'm not going to take regular speed skating. I'm going to go with the snowboarding half pipe to end off. Yeah, I think the most visual.
Trey gave you a dirty look.
I told you not to look at my notes. I specifically said don't look at my notes for the Marquee event.
Oh, in Denver too?
That'd be perfect.
Man.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Perfect, man. We're going to invite Ross Regliati back. He would love it there, man.
Thank you so much. That would be amazing. Okay, well, I'm willing to take figure skating if you offer me a future first-round pick.
Oh, wow.
Nah, forget it. Forget it. I'm taking snowboard half pipes.
That's good.
It's just for me, it's the most visually pleasing of
I love
all
that
the
it's at
sports.
night too.
Oh, it's so cool.
Just pops
Is it
on
at
your-
night?
Well, like usually the finals are.
Yeah.
It's like dusk.
Under the lights. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Lee, we go
Sorry
to you
about that,
next.
Gray.
Where are you going? A lot of great events left.
Yeah, there are actually. And, JD was talking about he likes drama and tension. Well, I'm surprised mine hasn't been brought up yet because this one is one of the fastest events, maybe even the fastest. I'm not sure. But I love what ski jumping offers because sometimes those guys wipe out. And when you see those dudes wiping out at that speed, coming off that, the incline there, and they're leaning forward and they've got, they're parallel with the skis. And then all of a sudden one comes out of alignment. You're like, oh my God, what is going to happen here? And he smashes into the ground and he rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls. And then he gets up and he's fine. But it's like, I just think it provides that sort of drama. You're looking for more than just how far they can go. You're like, is this guy just going to wipe out and lose a limb or something like that? I mean, what's going to happen here?
So you would prefer like straight up ski jumping to, aerials or moguls where they're also doing flips? Yeah.
I like the aerials, but I just like the high adrenaline and the high pace of the ski, especially when they have that side camera of them zipping down. They're going like 250 miles an hour going down there, and you're going off and you're like, that must be just incredible to be going at that speed. And then you've got to nail the landing as well. Like, and you're really leaning out there. The wind is in your face, and you're like, I mean, how can you tell how far you are either? Like, where am I going here? And then it's great. So
it's like the human javelin.
It is. Yeah.
Chuck me as far as you can.
And sometimes you see them, just before they. I don't think it's dismount, but before they come off and they just sort of come off and you're like, it's one of those like slow moving crashes that you're like, what's going to happen? So yeah, give me the ski jump.
Wow. Do you have a favorite, medalist in the ski jump event? Are you a big Eddie the Eagle fan? It's the only one I know.
Yeah, me too. No, I don't. I'm not that deep into the ski jumping. I just like those close-up cameras that show you just how fast they're going.
Okay. Trey, you have the final pick. We know you're a little upset that Tass may have scooped you on one of them, but do you have any backups?
Oh, many backups.
Okay.
Left a couple of good ones on the table. So I think I'm going to go with the highest left on my board, which is figure skating. An iconic Winter Olympics event. Similar to curling, I feel like you really are only thinking about these during that time, which is why I'm going figure skating over hockey. We got the NHL. That's at least in your brain occasionally. I'm not thinking about figure skating all the time, but that's going to be my marquee event for sure.
Okay. Specifically just like solo artists, both men and women, or you like an ice skating, a free, what are the other one? There's two
Ice dance.
Ice dancing.
Pair
and then
skating.
I want jumps.
Okay.
I want jumps in mine, which means figure skating, right? I think ice dancing, you're not jumping.
That might be
think
correct,
so.
yeah.
I gotta see those jumps.
Okay. And you're not worried about some controversy, clouding your games because the Russians, took a point off.
I invite the controversy.
Yeah.
I want it to be
Headlines.
a memorable Olympics, so we're gonna hire the crookedest judges you can find.
No, that's pretty easy in the. You won't be looking too far.
Yeah, it's just the same judges as usual, but we're making sure to bring them back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great pick because if you are looking for, headlines and eyeballs, it's like two of the biggest stories in Winter Olympics history involve figure skating, right? Tanya Harding and Nancy
Jamie
Kerrigan.
Soleil and
and then that one. Yeah, go ahead, Lee. What was that one?
Jamie Soleil and David
Right.
Pelletier
The
in
corruption there.
2000. They even got their gold medal. They got so upset and made such a song and dance about it. They actually got rewarded with a gold medal, which was just ridiculous. They should have won it anyway. But the IOC were just like, all right, let's just give everyone a gold medal and that'll make everyone happy.
Right. Is that what gave us the legendary Sid Sixero rant?
I think so.
No,
No.
what was
That
that
was
one?
2000. That was 2010, I think it was. That was
Okay.
in Vancouver. Yeah.
And he
that
was upset with the how they were judging it.
the guy who created the event or whatever said like it wasn't even a 10.
You gotta go find that clip of Sid Sixero getting upset about ice dancing, or at least Paris figure skating. Okay.
Listen, with HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Forget about those trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. I love it because it takes all the dicking around about trying to decide what to have for dinner. A little confession here. I actually pick the meals myself, but I tell my family it's a surprise. So they think that HelloFresh is curating this box of food for us, but it's actually me making all the decisions, and it works out great for me. That's a dad hack for you. HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal of the same quality, and you can save on average over $65 per month when you order HelloFresh instead of grocery shopping. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including veggie, calorie smart, family friendly, and gourmet options, providing plenty of variety. Recipes like hibachi sweet soy bavette steak and shrimp.
Holy wow. That sounds decadent.
It does sound decadent. Put it in a quiche. Bring restaurant quality meals right to your kitchen, while their white cheddar Wonder Burgers make it easier than ever to skip the takeout. And honestly, it's a great way to get your kids cooking. You can do it with them if they're younger, but I just make my kids make dinner. The step-by-step instructions are all laid out. It's super easy to follow, and it gets them off making meals like instant ramen and craft dinner. To be honest, when I make dinner, that's what we're having, the instant ramen and craft dinner. Go to HelloFresh.com/NoDunk16 and use code NODUNKS16, that's 16, for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/NoDunks16 and use code NODUNK16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
It's a lot of free there.
It's a lot of free.
Yeah.
I got hit with a Happy New Year's this weekend.
Oh.
January 22nd.
Yeah, come on.
January
I don't know about
22nd.
that. That's 3 weeks in.
I went to play tennis with a buddy, walked on the court, hadn't seen him yet in 2022. First thing he says, Happy New Year. I responded the only way I knew how. New Year, new eggs.
Yeah. Started hitting eggs out on the tennis court.
New eggs. Oh, it's tough to play with eggs, man.
Yeah. Soft touch.
Crack. Just like that. Now with these eggs. Just Egg is a cholesterol-free plant-based egg that has about the same protein as a chicken egg and less saturated fat. Plus, Just Egg is packed with cholesterol-lowering polyunsaturated fat. Chicken eggs wish they were this healthy. Those dumb chicken eggs.
Stupid chickens.
You stupid fools. You wish you were this healthy, don't ya? You know what my favorite Just Egg brag is, though?
What?
Just Egg will give you the most decadent quiches of your life.
Yeah. Can't say that with a straight face.
Sounds like a Rick Ross lyric to me. Decadent quiches in stores now. And so are Just Eggs. So if you want the fluffiest scrambles, the easiest egg sandwiches, the most decadent quiches of your life, try Just Egg today. Just Egg. Really good eggs.
But not. But they are.
New year, new eggs. Just egg, really good eggs. No shells.
Quiche, man. Quiche, I don't have enough quiche, but every time you eat a quiche, you're like, I should be eating more of this.
I just wish it was a little bit more decadent. That's what I say anytime I have a quiche.
Good point. Let's move on to our fourth category. It's a new Olympic event. I did have the number one pick, but
Oh, wow.
JD is cashing it in, so I will be picking last. JD, so have at it here.
So thank you for the pick, by the way. I appreciate that. Now listen, I think this used to be an Olympic event.
Okay.
I'm going dog sled racing.
Ooh.
Yeah. A 1,500-kilometer race in the style of the Iditarod,
Yep.
which they're still doing apparently.
Yep.
And it just takes place. It takes place with like between 8 and 15 days, so it's perfect.
Okay.
And and then you get like Mark Burnett to send a team in there and just follow them doing the race. Like just actually camp with them and just follow them doing the race, like Eco Challenge style. I think that would be incredible to watch. So
I like the idea of like at your opening ceremonies, you send the dogs out, you send the sleds out. We'll see you in 8 to 15 days.
Oh, they leave from the arena.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool.
And then they come back at the closing ceremony.
the finish line is the closing.
Yeah.
ceremony. That's great. You might have to make it 2,000 kilometers.
Yeah, you have to extend it. Yeah.
The marathon.
I do think you're right, though, JD. I think it used to be an event. I seem to recall it in Calgary, but I think they did stop it because it was, I believe, deemed a little bit, rough on the animals, I think. But I may be wrong about that. But I seem to connect it to Calgary for some reason.
Huh. And yet equestrian is still an Olympic event. So I don't know. I've also read that the dogs like it. So
they do. I mean, those dogs are trained for that.
exactly, they're bred for it.
There's no way it was in what did you say? Lee? Calgary?
Yeah, I don't think so.
1988. 1988 were the first like real big Winter Olympics, I think, and I just seem to recall it. But
Did you see a dog? There's no way that the dogs.
Oh, you sound like
racing.
Joel Myers right now. Every Olympics needs a dog.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking of, but anyway, it's something like that.
Okay, I like it, JD.
Yeah.
Dog sledding. You are
old school, but
very old school.
It's fascinating to me.
I think I like your like twist to having like cameras out there with them for this incredible journey, because when you first said, I was like, that is going to be a horrible televised event. Like I'm like, that's not going to be all that interesting, but you could hook me.
Exactly. Well, you watch like 13 episodes of Alone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you're just with each team and just the drama of it and the dogs. How are the dogs holding up? And the camping and let's go at night, guys, because that's what they do, right? They have checkpoints in the Iditarod, but a lot of them don't even bother. They just camp and then go. Like they're constantly on the move. So
Okay.
cool.
It's basically an ultra marathon for dogs, really.
Exactly.
Quick little research here. A sled dog race was a demonstration sport at the 1932 Winter Olympics.
But
And again at the Olympics in Oslo, and once more in the 1994 Winter Olympics in Lillehammer.
There you go, Lee.
But did not gain official event status.
okay, demonstrations.
Literally just a dog show. A Winter Olympic dog show.
Good, I like that. All right, Tass, you're up next here in a new Olympic event.
Wow.
Yeah, where are you going?
Wow. Yeah, this is tough. I have watched We Are the Champions on Netflix. If you guys have watched that.
Oh,
where they
yes.
have different competitions, sort of under the radar type of competitions, like frog jumping.
Yep.
And
There's one dancing with dogs.
There's one dancing
That's
with
wild.
dogs. There's I didn't watch that one.
You didn't see that one?
No.
Oh, it's so strange.
I didn't get that far. But I'm taking one from that show that's been going on for years, the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling Contest in England.
Wow.
It's amazing. And it's coming to Greece. If you want personalities, you want drama, you want amazing camera shots of this extremely steep hill that's been going on in England for 100 plus years, where they roll down a wheel of cheese and then humans have to roll down this hill because it's so steep you can't run down this hill, and they
try.
They try, and they get injured. A lot of broken limbs.
Yeah.
But I will have incredible shots. I'm doing this one on the first day of my Olympics because I'm going to have incredible slow-mos like they did in We Are the Champions for the next 2 weeks as we go into commercials of people rolling down, the facial reactions of people screaming, "What am I doing? I'm chasing a wheel of feta cheese down this hill."
Yeah, but won't it crumble? Won't the feta cheese crumble?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be triple wrapped. I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
But it's an incredible event with incredible history, and we're stealing it in Athens, Greece. The hill cheese rolling competition, which is so good.
I like the idea, like the visual of like every country could be in this, and like you got to be like wearing obviously like your country's colors or your flag or stuff like that. Maybe you even have to have your flag on like a little cape or something like that. I just think it would look cool.
Yeah.
Then let the cheese go and away we go.
Yes.
But on a winter hill, are we gonna be on a winter like a snow
it's
hill?
a winter. Yeah, it'll be snowy. We'll pick a warm day because it's in Greece, so we're fine.
You know, a winter hill.
Winter's hill.
This is the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, people love rolling in snow if it's snowy, and
Is it everybody uses the same feta cheese, or you bring your country's cheese?
Oh.
Well, the competition is for the cheese.
It's for one.
It's one. You'd actually, yes.
Right, but I'm saying would the American team bring a cheddar cheese? You know what I'm saying?
Would they,
feta
there's a nice charcuterie at the end. Yes, that's what you're asking.
Yeah, slice it up. Hey, have some of our country's cheese.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're going to be cultural, and you get a Greek feta at the end of it. But feel free to bring your country's cheese.
Okay.
It might not get eaten. But yes.
Can you internationally travel with cheese? Lee, you travel a lot.
Good question. I mean, it's sort of perishable, isn't it? So it needs to be chilled. I mean, I guess you can, but it's a bit inconvenient. I would say don't bring your own cheese anyway, because you're not bringing cheese to France. Hey, I mean, you're same with Greece. Don't bring cheese. They've got great cheese. You want to stick with the local cheese.
I think he's asking, can you, not should you. I mean, should you? Definitely not. But can you bring it over a border, I think is what he's saying.
I guess so.
Yeah,
but
I think there was
we'd have
just
to
an
ship
advisory
it.
that went out that said, don't bring it across.
There you go.
No cheese, please.
Okay. I'm fascinated to see where Lee goes with this. What is your new Olympic event, Lee, at your Olympics?
Yeah, so it's a two-piece event. And this one came to me because I just got back from Canada, from Calgary and Toronto. Calgary was full of snow, which was great. And this is where the idea came from, because my boys wanted snow. They loved snow. They got out there. First thing kids do in the snow is try to build a snowman, and with varying degrees of success. So I think it's a two-part sport here. You have to go out and build the best snowman you can. It's timed. And then there's another part of it where you have ice and you've got to sculpt something. So, you see these things sometimes on Instagram. People are really amazing sculptors and stuff. So you have to build your snowman. It's a bit like a Survivor challenge, really. You got to build one in like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. And then you got to go and sculpt something out of the ice, and your two scores total up to give you for the event. So, there's something there creative and artistic. And I think because kids get pretty competitive when it comes to building a snowman, So
these are going to be kids. These are going to be children.
Sure, why not? Let's open it up and have kids do it, make it a bit more fun. But or you can maybe have a tandem. So the kid does the snowman and then like the adult does the sculpting, something like that. And then you combine your two designs, and you get that's how you figure out who gets the most
This is
points.
going to be more corrupt than figure skating, man. Like this is all
it doesn't matter at the Olympics anymore. I mean, everything's up for sale. Just go out there and buy whatever event is most important to you. But I just think it's fun. I think when you see some good snowmen, you go, okay, that's not bad. The carrot in the nose and all that.
Are the countries bringing their own carrots?
Oh yeah.
Can you travel with a carrot?
Well, I guess it depends on what color.
Should you travel? Okay, like the kid part adds an interesting twist to it. People love children. Maybe there's some meltdowns, some tantrums. That's good TV.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
There's going to be a
Otherwise-
lot of meltdowns at Tass's
Oh
Olympics.
yeah, nice. But building a snowman, like, are people gonna like? Is that exciting to watch?
Of course it is, because you've got to like. It's not just like you're just piling snow on. You've got to like.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what building a snowman is. It's rolling
like you
bigger,
see
the small snow into bigger snow. You're adding-
Yeah, but it's not. They don't all look the same. Some look really good, and some don't.
Most
I think it's
snowmen
like,
look basically
This is
identical.
No, man. Some people are Picassos.
Okay, hold on. When I ask you, what do you think of when I say snowman? What do you think of?
I think of a zucchini nose.
See, there you go, Tass. That's creative, all right?
It's
Okay.
great, great creativity.
The judges who are all being bribed are like, I like zucchini nose because he's thought outside the carrot. Okay,
That's the only creative part is the nose.
Oh my god! All right, it's your games.
yeah, it's something
right.
new. We haven't seen it before.
I did have a question though. You said the second part was more of the ice sculpting, which
Yeah.
that's some I think you can really inject some like
Oh, yeah.
artistic abilities and creativity into that. What would you carve out of ice, Lee, with like a chainsaw or a pick or something like that?
Yeah.
Like yeah. As an Australian too, because maybe that's what the countries would do, like something that represents them and their nation.
Yeah. Ah.
Maybe a snowman.
Yeah.
I've carved a snowman,
There
but he's
you
got a
go.
zucchini nose.
No, that's
Out of
exactly
ice?
what it is, right?
That would blow the judges' minds. Whoa, is that an Iceman?
I would carve the snowman and then carve out like something so you could slide the snowman into the ice structure sculpture. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking this was like a great 1-2 feature there.
Okay. All right. So ice sculpting / snowman building is your new
Yes,
Olympic event. Okay.
yes, that's the challenge. And it's timed. It's timed, so you can't sit there all day. It's like in Survivor where you got to start your own fire. Like you gotta do it as quick as you can.
It is like it's a Survivor-like challenge.
I had
yeah.
snowman contest on my list.
All right, cool.
Mine was going to be, though, a little bit even more Survivor-like, where you have a time and you have to build, like, whoever builds it the tallest.
Yeah. Okay.
Because then you see,
Right.
like, the people, like, pushing their big balls.
Oh, and then to get that second boulder up on top of the... It's
a big lift,
The base
yeah.
boulder. Okay, yeah.
Snowman contest.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right. Where are you going, though? It's your pick here.
Well, I don't know if I want to give this one away, but Skeets, you might want to use it. So
Okay.
this will be my second place finisher.
Okay.
Biggest bundler. Who can put on the most winter gear to go outside? you've got a minute and like a closet full of big coats and hats and stuff. Who can put on the most and get bundled up for the outdoors? That's
All
a
right.
good one. But I'm officially going with my pick: a snowball fight.
Yeah, nice.
Good one.
Nice.
It's dodgeball.
Yeah.
But it's snowballs.
Yeah.
Regulation snowballs, I assume. They start you with a pile of regulation snowballs. You can go through those.
So they're pre-made.
Pre-made snowballs.
Okay.
I guess. And then you can scavenge your snowballs from, rolling balls, or I don't know, maybe you set up a barricade, build up your own
Are there any rules?
stockpile.
Can't throw one in the face? Is that a rule?
No, faces are encouraged.
encouraged.
Remember, I'm going for a very controversial Olympics.
Yeah.
I would like to see bloody noses
Yep.
at the end of every single round. So yeah, snowball fight.
I like it. That's,
Classic. Absolute classic.
That's great. I guess mine. No, it's got an element maybe of that, but my new Winter Olympic event is a real thing, but we're adding it, of course, to the games. American Gladiators: The Eliminator, with a winter twist to it, right? So, instead of the gladiators, which I like about this too, the gladiators would be other countries. Like they're other representatives, right? Like they're athletes, they're super athletes. And instead of like the giant boulders, remember you got to go through like the gauntlet part at the end? Yeah, they would have actually just giant, basically snowmen, Lee, you'll like this part, the base of a snowman that they're trying to throw at them. They're trying to whip snowballs at them. That's incorporated. Yeah, we'll still have the ramp, like the reverse treadmill, maybe the little thing you got to cross that pit on the little cycle thing. It's going to have like the eliminator like elements, but again, like that winter vibe to it. Zip line, cargo net, all that fun. What do you think?
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, I think you could actually take a lot of American Gladiator events and like just throw them in the Olympics.
Totally.
Like the pyramid and
There's that
Powerball and all this.
Yeah, what's the one where they're Atlas? What's the one where they're like inside the thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Put yourself inside a giant snowball and run around.
Like giant ice ball. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to be able to
Yeah,
see. That's
yeah.
a good point.
And people are doing that as well. Like people are doing that game sport at parks, right? Where they're, in the sphere.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What about the shooting tennis balls at people?
Assault. Oh, snowballs.
Snowballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you could add that to your snowball fight. There's the assault gun.
Yeah, somebody from on high. Nice. I like that.
That's a good. Write this down. That's a good idea. So yeah, I'm going with specifically the Eliminator from American Gladiators. Were you a fan of American Gladiators, Lee? Did you have Australian Gladiators?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think it was just Gladiators. We didn't call it American Gladiators, but yeah, it was there for a while. Yeah, I watched a bit of it, but yeah,
I'd rather watch somebody make a snowman.
Yeah. Fun.
Okay, our final category: NBA mascots. Yes, it's a mascot for your Olympic Games, but it has to be an NBA mascot. Tass, you have the number one pick.
I'm going with the Sacramento Kings, Slamson the Lion. I think Slamson, deep down inside, he's a mountain lion, and I think he will climb to the top of my mountains, Mount Olympus in Greece, and I think he'll photograph really well with his little white goatee that he's got going on. He'll blend in with the snow very well, with his little white chinny chin, and
you'll sell some merch for sure.
Yeah,
kids like lions.
Kids like lions. Yeah. Yes. I mean, this is what my criteria were. You look weird because all Olympic mascots super weird. He's got some weird eyes. Slamson the lion. Strange.
Very weird eyes.
Yeah. He sort of creeps me out a little bit.
Yeah. His eyes are kind of sunken. They're you gotta search for them. When you look for them, where are those things? So I can understand why you're weirded out by them. And also kids. It's all about the kids.
Yeah.
So I think the lion fits my my criteria. I think it just screams winter to me. He screams winter. He screams that he's, and I think it's a he, by the way. I think he'll fit in. He'll fit in. He fits in with the Winter Olympics.
Okay. Like an underbite, I feel like. Slamson.
All right, Lee, where are you going with your NBA mascot for your Winter Olympic Games?
Yeah, I found this category the toughest to find sort of a link. You could get like a mascot to Scotland.
No, the Lynx, that's a WNBA team.
So I'm going with one that I just think has been fantastic entertainment for over 25 years. I mean, I really don't have anything other than I just want to see the raptor there in Edinburgh, at Edinburgh Castle, going crazy, running around, poking his head out of the side of the castle that's like 8,000 years old and stuff like that. So I think
really likes castles.
And dinosaurs.
You should see Edinburgh Castle. It's beautiful. So, yeah, I haven't got a strong reason why other than I just think the raptor would be fun to have around for a couple of weeks after the Olympics.
Perfect.
Okay, that works. Trey, what about you, NBA mascot?
I'm up already.
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going with Bernie.
Oh, what? For the Winter Olympics?
Exactly.
Hilarious.
What is he? A fire? He's the Olympic flame?
Ooh.
Have him standing in the cauldron dancing the whole time? Goes in and out, all kind of crazy and stuff. So yeah, I thought between the fact that he's a fire at the Winter Olympics and he's the Olympic flame, the perfect guy. And it would just be fun to have him around there.
I like it. Yeah, and he actually more than maybe some of these other ones, even the guys have picked, is a really what the hell are you type of thing.
What are
you?
A
lot of these, I guess sometimes they are animals that they have for the actual events, but or for the Olympics, but sometimes they're weird, and that one fits the bill. Okay. Bernie, off the board. JD, you have the fourth pick.
Yeah, so I actually had a question here because we didn't really discuss this. Can it be is it any mascot, living or dead, NBA mascot? Because I want to pick Squatch, the Seattle Supersonics Squatch.
I'm totally okay with it.
Okay.
As long as the other guys are.
Guys all right with it?
I did not say current NBA mascot. You're right. I said NBA mascot.
I think we're going to have to huddle up on this one.
All right.
Yeah, let's
I'll wait.
Squatch it up. No, just squat. Why is the Squatch?
Why Squatch? Because, it's in Canada. And it's sort of a Canadian thing. I think winter, Sasquatch, Squatch, you know.
See, did the Vancouver Olympic Games not basically have a Squatch? A Sasquatch for one of their
I honestly don't know.
mascots?
Probably, actually.
I think so. I think there was, they like to have like 2, 3, or 4 of these now.
That's true.
And I think there was a Sasquatch, JD.
Okay. Then it's a great idea then.
Yeah, but Vancouver, I don't know.
Hold on. The category is NBA mascot.
Yeah, you're right.
Squatch is an NBA mascot, so I'm picking Squatch.
Okay.
That's it.
You were doing some research there, Trey. Am I right? Is it something like a Sasquatch in 2010?
Oh, it's a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Full-blooded Sasquatch by the name of Quatchy.
Oh yeah, cute little name.
Yeah, do you remember the other 3?
Well, there was a tiny little, like, almost penguin-looking little cute bugger.
A marmot? What's a marmot look like?
Marmot. I just know the clothing for a marmot.
Okay, I think you're speaking of Miga.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
There's a tiny little one.
Yeah, a combination of a killer whale, a Kermode bear, and a sea bear.
Oh, okay. Penguin, not really.
Yep.
But okay.
So we got Miga, Quatchy, Sumi, and Mukmuk.
There's 4.
Yeah, they had 4.
see?
Yeah, there you go.
Holy, pick a
Sell
mascot.
those plush toys.
All those plush toys.
All right, well, maybe I shouldn't pick Squatch.
No, you're fine. It's
I
an
think
NBA
you
mascot.
should.
Totally. And your NBA version, much hairier, like stranglier looking than the Vancouver one.
Right.
So you're fine.
Okay. I'm sticking with it.
Okay, I have the final pick here. The final overall pick of squad in the NBA mascot category. I'm in Switzerland, I wanted to remind you. So I had 2 ways to go about this. One, the color red could come into play because of Switzerland's colors, red with the cross and then on the white background there. So I was going to go the Raptor. I thought maybe Benny the Bull being red. I thought maybe Harry the Hawk. But instead, I'm going to go the animal route. And I'm going with the 76ers mascot, Franklin, the dog. And here's why. When I think of Switzerland, I immediately think of a Saint Bernard, an alpine legend, the Saint Bernard.
Legend.
And this, unless I'm forgetting one, you guys tell me, Franklin's the only dog mascot in the NBA.
Does Cavs still have Moondog?
Well, yeah, but then they have that other guy,
Cersei?
Sir Lancelot or Sir Cersei. Yeah, so I can never tell which one's
Yeah.
our actual mascot. So I went with Franklin because I think if you put like a little cask under his giant head there, put some booze in it, and he could, you squint just enough, he looks like a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, he
so
does.
that's I'm going with a theme here because I'm in Saint Moritz in Switzerland. So Franklin.
Franklin. He's been living in Switzerland for the last 10 to 12
You don't see him
years.
a lot, do you?
No, I did. Thanks for informing me. I didn't know the Saint Bernard is from that region.
Well, it's definitely, I guess it is. Right?
It is. It absolutely
their
is. I
history.
didn't know that.
What, I mean, you got it in front of you. What? It would help find people, I assume, right?
Yeah, rescue
Up in the
dog.
mountains, yeah.
Yes.
And that was the
yes.
whole thing. Like, what's in the cask? Was it what type of medicine was it?
I think it's brandy, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I think there's conflicting reports.
Okay. What else is there if it's not brandy?
Well,
Root beer.
more like I don't know, medicine.
Gauze.
Who knows? I got Franklin. It's a horrible pick. People hate Franklin, but I think it goes well with my theme. Is what but maybe I overthought it. Should have just went Benny. People
Penny's
love
still on the board. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so those are the 5 categories. Let's recap our Winter Olympic events. Really, I guess. What's another word for it? I guess it's a Winter Olympics.
Selections?
Yeah, selections. Sure. I was trying to think of an all-encompassing. What is it? It's an event.
Your Olympics.
Program?
Yes, that works.
Program.
Okay, Lee. Because you had the first pick overall, take us through your perfect Winter Olympics.
So it's 2026. We're going to the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh. Beautiful, beautiful city there. We're going to open the ceremony with some bagpipes, Lita Ford, Dua Lipa, and Elton. They're going to put on a great show for us.
Yep.
directed by Jonas Ankerlund. Ski jumping is my marquee event. I love it. I love the speed. I love the danger. I love the distance they can go. I love all that sort of stuff.
I love the jumping. I love the skiing part. I love how long it is.
And then my event is it's a two-part event. It's snowman building and ice sculpting as well. So you work with a kid and you work together there, and you see how many points you can score. And my mascot, the raptor, dinosaur, cold, I don't know, whatever with mascot there. You get that. That's not where the Olympics are being sold right now. Mine are going all on the city and the events and the entertainment.
Okay. I just realized how stupid this squad was after you really summed up your team. I'm like, yeah, that's ridiculous. We nailed it. Okay, Trey, take us through your Winter Olympics.
We're going to Denver, Colorado, the Rocky Mountains. Snow.
Sold.
I love it. I think that's a great pick.
I know. The opening ceremony, our performer, will he perform? Yeah, he's putting himself in the show alongside Pitbull and Flo Rida. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Our marquee event is figure skating. You know what I love about it? How they skate. The figures they make while skating, I think, is very interesting. My new Olympic event is a snowball fight, which is dodgeball with snowballs.
Yep.
And our mascot is Bernie, the fireball.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. You've done well here.
Thank you.
If I can't vote for my own team, I think you might have my vote. But JD, take us through your team.
Okay, well, we are going to Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. The opening performer, what year are we talking? We're talking the 2032-ish, 2034?
Yeah, I guess if Lee gets 26, even though I think Italy actually has it, but if Lee steals it, that means Trey's getting Denver in 2030. Yeah, you're getting 2034.
Okay, so I got a hologram of all the Rolling Stones except for Keith Richards. Yeah. The marquee event will be
performing live with holograms.
The marquee event will be curling, the intrigue, the suspense, the beer bellies. New Olympic event will be the dog sled, a 2,000-kilometer race that the starting line will be at the opening ceremony, finish line at the closing ceremony. Mark Burnett will be producing that portion. And my NBA mascot is the Seattle Supersonics Squatch.
Ooh, really, really nice. Okay. I guess I am up next. I'm in St. Moritz, Switzerland, in the luxury alpine resort town. Where
it sounds lovely.
It's beautiful. You gotta look at the photos. My performer, I guess I'm 2038. Tina Turner might be very old by then, but she takes care of herself.
What's time got to do with it?
Tina Turner is my performer because if you didn't know, she loves Switzerland.
She's Swiss.
Yeah, she loves
the Swiss.
Roger Federer also involved in the lighting of the cauldron. He's going to be hitting a snowball that is flaming.
They'll have the technology by then.
Right. My marquee event, my actual event, is the short track speed skating. I love how short it is. I love the track part of it. I love the speed part of it all, and the skating probably the most that really draws me in. The
speed at which they are skating on that track, it's not that long. It is a shorter track. It's amazing.
It's incredible. My new Olympic event is the Eliminator from American Gladiators with a winter twist. And yes, the gladiators in my Eliminator are other athletes from the other countries. Like, that's the best part. They're trying to slow, Team Canada is trying to slow down the American. Oh, the controversy that would come out of that.
Drop some chocolate on the ice. That'll slow them down. What was your event?
The Eliminator.
Oh, the Eliminator. Yeah. Anyway, Swiss chocolate's got to be involved. Yeah. Melt some chocolate.
I was racking my brain of why you said that, but now I get
chocolate traps.
Oh, on the Put chocolate on the reverse treadmill at the start.
Yes.
Slipping and sliding, trying to get it up there. And then my NBA mascot, because I want like something that looks like a Saint Bernard, I went with Franklin the dog, the Sixers mascot.
Hopefully
There he is.
Joel
There's my
Myers
guy.
can commentate.
He's pointing right at you, saying thanks.
He's like, thanks. The 76ers never use me for anything, so appreciate you putting me in the Winter Olympics. Okay, I guess that
Sorry, man.
leaves.
Chocolate traps is funny.
It's good.
right?
Somebody bending down to get a. They're like, oh, chocolate. He just now.
Again, he just said, put some chocolate on it. And I was like, just trying to rack my brain why you were saying it.
I understand.
Yeah.
Slow him down.
But I was in Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real jackass. There's a new jackass coming out.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
And a new Olympics. I'll draft our own jackass.
Okay.
Dibs on Steve-O.
Tass, take us through your Winter Olympics.
Sure. What year are we in?
Well, you at this point are 2042, I guess.
Oh, okay. So there'll probably be a new Culkin I can have as well by that time. We're going to Athens, Greece. Welcome to Athena 2042, where Meatloaf will be performing Bat Out of Hell via Matt Austin. And again, everybody's going to be in the arena within 10 minutes to light that cauldron.
Quick opening ceremony.
The torches will be aflame. My marquee event is the snowboard halfpipe. Can't wait. Watching that at dusk. My new event is the Hill Cheese Rolling Race, which is a blast if you've ever seen it.
It's good.
Just a real great time. My mascot, Slamson the Lion. Wow, these are like 5 things that don't tie in, but that's okay. That's all right. You know, I'm going after different audiences here.
All right. There it is, a recap of all of our Winter Olympics. Who did the best when it came to drafting? Who built the perfect Winter Olympics in your mind? Let us know in the comments below the video. You can tweet at us at NoDunksInc. And better yet, let's hear your selections for all 5 of these categories. The host city, the performer, the actual Winter Olympic event, the new Winter Olympic event, and then the NBA mascot of your choosing to be your actual Olympics mascot. Lee, are you excited for the Winter Olympics? Can I ask you that? Like, are you pumped? Are you going to be watching it with the kids?
I'm not sure. How I feel about these Olympics. They certainly haven't had the hype, you know.
No, well, no.
But you know, I'll definitely tune in for some highlights. But can't say I'm, super pumped, to be honest.
I agree. Which is why we did this. I'm much more excited to watch Lee's Winter Olympics than Beijing 2022. All right, guys. So let us know who you're picking and who wins this draft. Until next time. Embrace the day, people.